All right, you're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name?
This is Sarah Garvey, Tonya.
Yeah, hey, Sarah. How are you? Can you hear me? Talk to me through the phone, not the computer, because there's a delay.
No, I'm talking through the phone.
Oh, okay. So, how are you?
I'm fine. I just saw your live and I thought it was quite amusing, if I'm totally honest.
Oh, how did you
Uh,
happen to come upon my live here today, Sarah?
well, it was, well, I have quite a few followers who sent it to me, so I thought I'd sit down and watch it, and I saw you critiquing my video on the modern day woman. So I thought, if you want to talk
Yeah.
about it, we can talk about it.
Well, that was months ago. Are you talking about today's topic with the dust being blown over to the UK?
Yeah, well, it was me. It was me you were talking about.
Wait, that person in that video was you
Yes.
with the yellow teeth? Oh my
My teeth are.
goodness. That wait, I'm sorry, was that you talking about fuck modern day women?
Correct. That is me. That is me. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So let's have a conversation.
Hold on, let me play a
What
clip
can
from that so that we can get people up to speed with what it is. I can't
let's,
believe that that
let's
was
get people up
you.
to?
I
Of
can't
course, it's
believe
me.
it. I did not know that. I didn't recognize you in that
You
video.
don't. You don't. You don't remember my handsome face? Is that what it is? You don't remember my handsome face?
You know what? You didn't look bad in that video that I was reacted to, but in this one, I don't know what was going on with you, but I don't know what has
Blah
happened to
blah
you
blah.
since the last time I saw you on the video that I
Uh,
reacted to.
uh,
No, I'm not even joking.
okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
So what? So
Hold
so
on,
so what's the discrepancy?
I'm gonna pull you up right now. So I'm just gonna play a little clip
women.
of.
This
Okay.
new
Hold on,
generation
just
of
hold
modern
on. I
day
got it.
women.
Hold on. I'm trying to get the video. Oh my God, I can't believe that that's you. Goodness, what are you out here doing? Let me pull this up. Come on, second. This is the person who's just called in. Listen.
Fuck modern day women. This new generation of modern day women are psychopathic, they're masculine, they're narcissistic, they're entitled, and essentially, they're spoiled little brats. They want everything, and they expect to give nothing else in return but their vagina. Well, I've got news for you, my dear. Your vagina isn't special. You thought by making the song WAP, Wet Ass Pussy, that you were celebrating your femininity. You weren't. What you were essentially doing is telling us men what we already knew. You're a hoe.
All right, and we'll stop it right there, and then hear your follow up from you. Sir, what the
uh,
hell is going on? Why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you wanting to go viral for this madness? Why?
I was speaking the truth. If you look at the comments under the video, you'll find that a lot of people agree, both men and women. I think that you and maybe your followers are part of the modern day women that I'm maybe describing, which is probably why you don't like what is being said. I'm guessing.
So that's your retort that you feel that I am the person that you're like, fuck you to? You're calling into my show, but you're like, fuck you? I don't understand.
No, I
Please help
didn't.
me
I didn't say fuck
understand.
you. I didn't use that.
This
I
is
didn't use
what the
that term.
thing
I was
said
saying
in the beginning of the video. Fuck modern day women. And then you come on my line and say that you feel that I may be the person that you're saying fuck you to. I'm confused.
uh, okay. So basically, what I'm saying is there is, and I'm sure you can actually see it. So I don't know why people play dumb, but there is a contingent of women out there, so like the contingent of women that I described in the video, that are narcissistic, they're psychopathic, they're big babies. They want everything, yet and still they don't feel like they should do anything. They have a lot to say about men, okay, and they generally don't want to do anything for men. Now, for me, I believe that the male female dynamic needs to be a symbiotic one. It needs to be a symbiotic one where we work together. However, there's a prevailing psychology among many women nowadays. Now, I mentioned um, the song by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, right? And we have songs now promoting being a hoe, promoting being a whore, okay? And so it seems like women nowadays are actually fine with that. And men, as well, men may say, okay, cool, they may be fine with that, but men are not going to take whores or hoes for housewives. It's just not going to happen. So while women may be championing this whoredom, yeah, it will only it has a timeline. It has a shelf life.
Okay. Thank you. You know, I'm sorry.
Is that is it?
I'm just disappointed. I really am. When I reacted to your video before, a I had I had I had a normal amount of respect for you. And then now seeing that you have aligned yourself with this, I just I I don't have the same esteem that I had for you before. Seeing as I don't know if you're joking, but I just can't imagine why you would want to represent yourself like this online and be talking about fuck modern day fuck and your pussy and you could go have intercourse with 50. I mean, I could play some more of this. I'll play some
Yeah,
more of
but
this for the
but
people.
I'm not lying though.
You
But
know,
this is the thing. Am I lying? Am I lying?
when it comes to whether or not you're lying, one of the things that you don't really understand and that you don't really seem to understand is slut shaming really is not about the woman. Slut shaming is really an attack on men. It's an attack on the lack of worth and value that male penis has, and that especially black male penis, because the more black men that a person is with, the dirtier a woman becomes. But what does this say about black men? And I'm confused as to how you decided to come up on the internet and start talking about pussy, that a person's pussy has no worth because you can take yourself onto an app and decide to be with someone that nobody's pussy, like most people, what, the modern pussy has no worth because you can get on an app and have intercourse with a person who deems you good looking enough and desirable enough to want to have intercourse with you. I'm
Okay, so
confused.
I'll try and clear it up. So I used the Dave Chappelle skit where he talked about pussy flooding the market, right? So if we look at this, anything that is of high value, right, but is scarce, will keep its value. So generally, vagina is of high value. It will keep its value as long as people have to work for it and as long as it is scarce. Right now, it's losing its value or lost its value. It is no longer scarce. It is everywhere, and it is being given up every single day for trinkets, for a little bit of money. You've got the OnlyFans generation. You have, the Pornhub generation. Pussy is everywhere. It no longer holds its value.
Well, you know what? The sad part about this, and this is why, you know what? This is why I feel sorry for men. I really do. Because men get up and talk and they speak and they think they know what they're saying, when in actuality, they really don't. This is so sad. And the thing is that you can't see how sad it is. When you start talking about pussy flooding the market, right? And that it loses value, you're coming at this from a point of view of what value vagina has to you or other people with penises compared to how many other penises it is available to it or whatnot, or how many penises it has gotten. But it's just it's sad because you don't realize, listen, penis could
But
be an
hang on,
amazing thing. Listen, penis could be an amazing thing. It's like men really don't understand that good dick feels good. It feels amazing to a woman when that nice spot is hit right. And listen, there's nothing that can scratch an itch in the right spot, just like good penis can. It really can't. And the sad part about it is that men want women to hate men's penises. Men want women to not want penis. Men want, it
Okay,
seems like men just want women who are like, no, I don't. It wants
okay,
an
so
amazing magic stick that can feel tremendous. Oh my God, dick can
okay,
feel so
so
good.
Tonya,
Yes.
there is a reason why within every nation historically, right, females when they marry were supposed to be virgins. There's a reason. There's a historic reason.
And what was
The
that
reason.
reason? Because you know evolutionary psychology is my
Hang
forte.
on, hang on,
So
hang on, hang on,
bring
hang on,
it. Bring it.
hang on,
Come on,
hang
bring
on.
it.
Okay,
Prophesy,
so the value.
Papa.
So the value of a woman was based on how many men had touched her or had been with her, and it was a woman of the highest value was a virgin. Okay, now virgins, I guess nowadays are few and far between. I get it. We live in a Western world. People are having casual sex. I get it. However, the closer you get to being less touched, is still of higher value. So a woman who has 2, 3, 4, 5 children by 5 different guys, right, is not going to hold the same value as a woman who has had no children for no men, because because her being touched, there's a visual representation of it. She's been touched by 5 other men. Men are going to be like, oh, do you know what? I'm cool with that. I don't want to go there. That's just the way things are. And it's like you guys are trying to, I
You
don't know, put a
guys,
spin on things that have always been.
hold on. I'm not a guy. I would really love for you to respect my gender. I'm a woman. Please don't misgender me. So
My
listen,
apologies, you women, man. My
it's quite all right. Listen. Oh, I love talking about evolutionary psychology. So let's get into the history of it. Because did you get the lessons that I gave you when I schooled you on how monogamy really is a system that is promoted by men that benefits men? Did you get the lessons that I gave you in that video?
You didn't give me any lessons.
I did, because I pulled the board out and everything, and I talked about evolutionary psychology in that video for quite some time. Did you gather the lessons? Did you?
I did not gather any
Oh, you
lessons
didn't
from you,
gather
Tonya.
the lessons. Did you watch the
No,
video, or did you use that video as an opportunity to come out and try to be snarky?
I watched the video, but I still didn't gather any lessons
Oh,
from you, Tonya.
really? So you didn't gather any lessons about how monogamy benefits men, and it's a system that is promoted by men and kept in place by men. You didn't see that.
Polygamy is actually a system that benefits women.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hmm.
Absolutely. So, monogamy is the system, because you were talking about how men can't be polygamous in that video, or they can't be monogamous. Monogamy is so difficult for men, but men are the ones that keep monogamy going. But let's jump onto this. Why is it that the
Western
virginal
women, no,
woman,
no, no,
hold
hang
on,
on,
my dear, let me answer your
please
question.
don't
Why
misrepresent
is
me.
it, hold on, dear, I'm
Please
trying
don't
to answer your
misrepresent
question.
me, though. Please don't misrepresent me.
Listen.
Because
Hold
in
on,
the
hold on.
video,
You can come back to that.
okay,
I
go on.
want to jump on your
Okay, go on.
point where you were talking about why virginal women have been exalted throughout the ages. And the
Hmm.
main reason is paternity. Paternity.
Paternity.
Human beings are not naturally monogamous, and human women are not naturally monogamous either, right? As a matter of fact, the shape of the male penis, we talked about that in the video, the shape of the male penis serving as a plunger and a suction for other men's sperm. We talked about the size of the testicles of species who have female partners who are the most monogamous. Their balls are tiny. You didn't get any of this from the video with the lessons that I gave with the board out. You didn't get any of that. But
Like,
nonetheless,
like I said, I watched your video, but I didn't gain any lessons from it, Tonya.
right. So the stuff that I'm saying you've heard already about the size of the testicles, the shape of the penis and the phallus and all of that because it was in the video. Nonetheless, let's go forward. So part of the reason that throughout the ages is because there historically have not been DNA tests. So the only way to ensure that a woman that the child belongs to a man is that the woman has not been with other men. Notice that throughout the ages, that it's only penetrative intercourse that has lowered a woman's value. It doesn't really matter how many other women she rolls around with. It's the man that sullies her. It is the male penis that they feel brings the dirtification upon her. It's the man that takes away her value, not other women. Not other women. So men don't
You're talking
understand
about,
how.
are you talking about, are you trying to say that sex with other women doesn't lower a woman's value? Is that what
No,
you're saying?
throughout the ages and even today, it has not lowered women's value. As a matter of fact, a woman can be, because women, the sex of a woman increases a person's value. It increases the value of men. It does not take away the value from other women. It's men, especially men whose penises are black, that tears down the value, because a woman can be with 3 black men and she's done in other people's eyes because of the filth that black men assign to their own dicks. And men don't understand how they insult themselves with slut shaming. So back in the days when there was no DNA testing, of course, no, people wanted to know that a woman, that the child that she has is going to be the biologically the man that she marries. They want to know because there was no DNA testing, but there's DNA testing now. But what we have men who are
You're saying,
clinging.
so what you're saying is, so are you
Yes.
telling me that a guy can sleep with, a woman can have 50 penises, right? 50 penises in a span of 2 days, and a guy, and she for herself is not going to feel shame, and the guy is not going to feel shame for her and see her as less than. Is that what you're telling me?
You know, I think you misunderstand what it is that I'm saying. And I alluded to this. I even made the statement that I feel that men, I feel pity for men. I really honestly do. And I feel I
we
do.
don't need we don't need your pity. Don't worry, Tonya. We
I
don't
feel
need it.
pity. I feel pity for men because men honestly think that they think
Do
they're
you have
on to
one?
something.
Do you actually have
Listen,
one? Do you have a man?
they think they're onto something, especially with a statement like that, because you feel that
Tonya, do you have one? No, but because you feel pity for them, so I'm wondering if you have one.
I feel pity for
But
men,
if
and
you
part of
feel
the
pity for
reason,
them, how can
excuse
you
me,
be with
why are
someone
you
that you
cutting?
feel
I'm
pity
sorry,
for?
why are you cutting me off while I'm speaking? Is this the way that you'd like to have a conversation, sir? Because I allowed you your chance to speak, didn't I? And then I'm answering your
Okay,
question,
I'll ask
right?
you
Am I
afterwards.
not doing
Okay,
that? Goodness.
okay, I'll ask you afterwards. Go on,
Thank
go
you.
on.
Please keep your balls in your sack. I mean, come on, just calm down. So, I feel pity for men because men are of the impression that they're really on to something. And they give far more weight to their behaviors. They pretend as if, or they act as if their behaviors are behaviors that are higher vibrational, that are in the best interest of society, that they are moralistic or have the moral authority, and men don't. And the things that men push and promote onto society are not necessarily in the best interest of society or their relationships, not even not necessarily, for the most part, not in the best interest of society or even their own relationships. Men push for these virginal relationships, and then when they get inside of them, they don't get it how them like it. You understand what I'm saying? They're not getting the walk the way they like the work, and then they go out there to go find somebody who can monkey on a stick the way they want it. But then they go home with a
Okay,
person who pussy they don't like. You understand what I'm
okay.
saying?
So you say that you pity men, which is a very interesting statement for me as a man.
I do.
Do you have a man? Do you have a man that you pity?
I pity many men. I pity
Do you
men in
have one
general. Are you interested in
in
asking
general?
me out on a date? Are you trying to see if I'm interested in
No,
you?
no,
Because
no.
that's the only
Because
reason that I can
okay.
imagine that you're
So
trying to find out about
no, no, no,
my relationship
no, no, no.
status.
I'm asking the question for this. I'll give you some pretext, right? I'll give you some context. So if I was to say I pity women, right? Yet and still I'm attracted to women and I have a woman, then maybe the woman that I'm with would be in that category. And I don't want a woman, and she as my woman would not want my pity. She would probably want my love. She would want my companionship. The reason why I'm asking you this question is because you said you pity men. So I'm
I
asking if you
do.
actually have a man. And if he
When
knows
I when I
that you
speak
pity,
when I speak about men, I'm speaking about the pity that I have for men across the board, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. So I don't know if it hurts you to hear that, or if it stuns you or whatever. Or I don't know. But for you to try to hone in and listen, if you're interested in me and you and all of that, you don't have to do this live on air. You could go ahead and try to shoot your shots in the DM. You asking me these questions about
you're not lucky. You're not lucky enough.
who me a be
You're not
with.
lucky. You're not lucky
Well,
enough.
apparently
You're not lucky
you've
enough.
already begun to pry to see who it is that Tanya is with.
No,
So
I'm just trying to
listen,
gain the
is it?
psychological
Is
insight.
it? Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
anyway, so back to the video at hand, instead of you trying to get into my personal business, right? Right? Because we went through this. Listen, we've been on air for 2.5 hours now. We went through your whole video. Never once did we start wondering about what your dick is doing on the weekends. We didn't ask about, well, you offered it up about how you could be with 50 women. So apparently you know these apps that you could go along slinging your peen. You know the apps, apparently, because then maybe you've tried it out to test to make a statement like that. Huh?
I think this is amazing. I'm not gonna lie, you're actually quite amusing to me. At the beginning of your video,
We've lost our
you don't
feed. We've lost our feed. It's over.
you.
The
Oh,
video,
is it over?
yeah, it crashed. It
Oh
crashed.
no!
I know.
But
Yeah,
what is interesting is that
I don't know if we should come back for a part
now,
4.
now we're just having a private conversation. But at the beginning of your video, you said that you don't attack
No, don't
people.
have the private conversation with me. Wait until
No,
it
no, no.
is.
You you
It looks
said
okay. So it looks.
you
I don't know.
said.
Hold on. I need to see if it's come back because my count. Oh, look, we've come back. We've come back.
All right,
If you hold on, if you all
all
can
right.
see me on air right now, put up the number. Put up the number 3. Put up the number 3. So we're gonna wait to see if the people can see us on air because we've been having. Oh, they see us. We're back now. We're back. This is the first time that we've been able
You know
to
what's
come back.
interesting? Do you know what? Can I just say what is interesting about
What's
women that
interesting?
can you yeah can, that
I'm waiting
women
for a
like
3.
that
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for someone to put up a 3 if the feed is still
oh,
on.
okay, sure, go
Okay,
ahead.
so I just got my first 3. Okay, so go ahead, Sarah.
Yeah, I just feel like it's very interesting that women that follow you and women like yourself, maybe not yourself because you haven't said this, that when men speak like this and we have this kind of dialogue, they start saying things like, "Oh, he's broke, he's gay." What are the others? He's broke, he's gay. Oh, he's hurt. All of these things, and it's like, why can't a man not be gay? Because I'm not gay. Why can't a man not be broke? Because I'm not broke. Why can't a man have an opinion on this type of stuff without those kind of insults? Because what that does, it lowers the tone. Do you know what I mean? Like it actually lowers the tone of the
But you know what? But
conversation.
the thing is, I don't have a reference for what it is that you're talking about because you're on the line with me, but you're speaking about something that somebody else may have said. So I don't know those things.
No,
So
no, no. But
I can't
women
defend
of, I
that.
mean, you get it.
Mm-hmm.
You get it with like the Kevin. Because okay, so at the beginning of the conversation, you said we don't attack people. We critique the arguments, right? However, within about a minute of the video, you started talking about my teeth, and I was like, hang on a minute, what happened to the argument? Why are you talking about me personally now?
Listen.
You can listen. You are free to have any opinion you want about my mouth, my teeth, my
Mm,
hair, my nose, my ears, whatever. I
mm.
don't care. However, all I'm saying is don't contradict yourself and say that you don't attack people and you attack the argument, and then 2 minutes later start attacking someone. I'm just saying it's not good for your.
Listen. I hear you and I appreciate that critique. Thank you. I when I saw you speaking and you were talking about who can't cook, right? And your teeth don't look flossed or cared for. I just made a mention. I didn't say his ugly ass teeth. I just said they were yellow. They are yellowed in that and your lips are blackened and it does not look like you care about yourself in this video. I'm sorry. It doesn't look you don't look nourished. You don't look hydrated. You don't. I'm sorry.
Mm.
And the thing is that I
All
want,
right, we don't
listen,
want to. We don't want to, because the thing is, okay, I'm going to try and say it as respectful, because there's things I could say about your physical appearance that I won't say. So what I'm trying to say is, if we're going to have a dialogue, right, it will probably be best to stick on topic, because I don't want to get into a slinging match, as we call it in the UK, or a slanging match, and then we start talking about people's aesthetics, because that's not, it doesn't go anywhere. But
like I
it's like a
didn't go to your
playground.
page with people calling me all types of bitches on your page. I didn't want to bring that up, but I'm bringing it up now. Like I didn't see that.
I didn't.
Huh? Like you didn't come
I
over
didn't.
to
I
my
didn't.
page. Excuse me? Like you were over there having conversations with people calling me all types of bitches on your page. I never once called you all types of faggots and niggas, and
Hang on.
I never
Did I
once
did I
did
call
all
you a
of
bitch?
that. I
Did
didn't
I call
even,
you a bitch,
and
Tonya?
listen, and there was nobody. You cannot say that there was anybody on my page when we had that dialogue. You cannot say that there was anybody on my page who was calling you out of your name. Those comments didn't stay up on my page. I didn't respond back to those people. I didn't come over to your page calling you names. I have a right, and part of the reason that I brought up the yellow discolored teeth is because there was a man in a video speaking about how women caring for this and caring for that, but you don't look like you're caring for yourself. That is relevant. I did not attack you. I didn't even say that there was anything quote unquote wrong with yellow teeth. I just mentioned that they were
Mm.
yellow.
Okay. Okay. Well, it seems a bit childish, if I'm totally honest. But um, if we can get back on subject, that'll probably be
You
better.
brought this up.
No, no, you brought up the teeth. You
The
started
teeth brought
with the teeth,
themselves
because
up.
what I was doing, what I was actually doing, is I was pointing out the contradictory statements that you had,
Yes.
because you said you don't attack people, you attack the argument. Whereas I said 2 minutes later, you're attacking me as a person. Now I
Okay.
said
So
you're
you felt that that
entitled
was
to
an
you're
attack.
entitled
Okay.
you're entitled to your opinion. You really are. You can think whatever you want about me. But what I'm trying to say is, as a man, this is what I've noticed as from women in this modern day generation. If a man wanted to started to attack a woman's physical appearance, women have a lot to say. Slut shaming, you're fat shaming, you're this shaming, you're that shaming. Women will have a lot to say. However, women feel that it's okay to attack a man's physical appearance. Now, I'm actually quite confident in my physical appearance. I actually am. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm actually trying to point out the contradiction and the double standard within many women nowadays that feel that they
Okay.
can attack a man's physical appearance and a man cannot attack theirs.
Okay. Well, you know what? This is the thing, right? This is the thing. When I said we, right? I'm talking about the people in the comments. Those are the rules of the broadcast. We don't attack one another in the comments. We don't start attacking people in the comments. However, I'm doing a video and I'm going to point out the things in the video that I feel are of worth to mention. And to
Mm.
me, talking about effing this and F that and women can't cook and was it you who talked about people pussy maybe not smell right too? Or was that the other guy who came on after
No,
you?
no, I didn't say
Okay.
anything about pussy.
Okay,
No,
because that must
no,
have been the other guy who said their front no smell good in the front because they don't
no.
know how to wash. Okay, that must have been the guy who came up after you. But
That
it's
that's
like,
not
I'm
me. That's not me.
sorry.
That's not me.
It's like, you know
That's
what?
not
But
me.
the thing is, this is the part that really just stuns me. Black men
Uh huh.
black men are in dire straits right now in terms of mental health. There's a crisis going on where men are 3 times more likely to commit suicide than any other group. And then when you get into black men, the issues are expound, right? And
Mm.
with all of this going on with the mental health and the lack of health in men themselves, that you can find the time to get onto the internet
Mm-hmm.
talking about fuck women and fuck modern day, fuck this and all of that, rather than turning inward and looking at what may need to be adjusted on the inside. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, right?
Have
If
you actually looked at any of my content though, Tonya? Like,
No,
have you looked at
no,
my content?
because I don't, because I, that's not what I do. I don't go around on the internet looking for content. People send me content
Okay.
that they want me to react
Okay.
to. I have not seen your content.
Maybe,
When
maybe,
you and I
maybe
were,
if you want greater, maybe if you want greater context on how I feel about black women specifically, you should probably check out my content, because I talk to black women all the time. all the time. And I have no problem with black women. But I have some problems with some black women. Does that make sense? Which is why I made the video.
Oh, so wait, your video was talking about black women?
No, I was talking about women in general. Talking about women in
I
general.
thought your video, I did not know that because the person who sent me your video was like, "Oh, he's talking about black women," and I did not get that from your video. I did not get. I'm having problems with
No, no,
my
no. I'm talking
captions. I'm
about.
sorry. Give me 1 second. My captions need to be restarted. I'm sorry. Give me one
No,
second. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
no. I'm talking about black
I'm
women.
sorry.
I
Give me
mean,
one
I'm talking
second,
about women
please.
in general.
Okay. Yeah, I did not get the sense that you were talking about black women. Honestly, I did not get that sense at all. I thought you were talking about just women, but the person who sent it, but now to hear, so what is, so you're saying you were talking about black women?
No, I'm saying I was talking about women in general. The point I'm making is I talk to black women all the time. So if you were to go on my Instagram page, if you were to go on my YouTube, you would see so many different videos with black women talking about, issues that black women have, talking about the issues we have between each other as black men and black women. I made that video to women, or I guess as a response to women in general. I don't have a problem with black women. I have a son for a black woman. I really don't have, problems with black women myself. But the point I'm trying to make is that does not discount what I said in the video. I stand by every single word that I said in that video. Every single one.
That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame. Because it sounds like the man that I saw in that video sounds like a man that doesn't really value women on an individual basis. Because if you feel, listen, pussy is a thing that is attached to a human being. Pussy is not, it's not like you have some random twats just running around out there. Pussy is attached to humans. And when you say that your pussy has no value, the thing is that listen, I know that your peoples would not be proud of you making this video. I know that the
Who's
black
my
women in
people?
your life,
Who's my people?
whoever the black women in your life, I know they wouldn't be proud of you
This is
making
the
this
problem.
video.
You don't
I
know
know
my
they
audience.
wouldn't.
That's the problem. If you go onto the page, if you go onto my Instagram page and you look at the women that are commenting on this, they are in agreement. I actually did a live
Okay.
about this yesterday,
All
and a
right.
black woman came on there in agreement. Like I said, there are different types of people in different
Yeah.
walks of life that think differently. Not everyone
Thank
thinks
you.
like you in your audience. Not everyone even thinks like me, right? And I'm actually okay with that. Not
All
everyone,
right.
like, we have a diverse range of thought
All
all
right.
around the world.
So
Okay,
then so then
so
what you're
my
saying
my peoples
is,
were actually quite happy with that video. My peoples were
okay.
actually quite happy with that.
Well, you know what? Listen, you have come into the lion's den. This is my page. So apparently,
I know, I
so
know.
listen, so if you just want to keep your videos amongst yourself, you can, I guess you all can comment privately or do whatever, however it is that you want to do off air. I really don't know, but you're over here now on my page. So if this is the way that you feel,
I mean, I'm only here
tell
because
me,
you were
what was,
speaking about me, so you
okay, what was
know.
the reason that you called in? You're calling internationally.
Because you were, hang on, because you were speaking about me.
Okay.
Of course I'm
So
gonna,
what
of
is
course I'm
it?
gonna call in.
That's not necessarily true. People talk about me all the time. Show me on somebody else's platform talking to them about their opinion. Show me.
Well, do you know what? The one thing I have for myself, yeah, is my reputation. Okay,
Mm,
and what I don't want anywhere by anyone is my reputation being misrepresented. So
mm.
someone told me or someone showed me, okay, that my reputation was being misrepresented.
Oh,
So I
really?
decided to call it. Yeah, of
We
course.
played your own words. You feel that your words, what do you feel was misrepresented? We
Like,
played
like I
your
said,
words.
I all this, like, this is the first. I'm not gonna lie. This is the first time I've heard the term dusty. I find it quite funny. Um, you were talking about, oh, he's a dusty, and oh, the dust and all that. And the thing is, it was quite. To me, it's quite childish because it's like, are we going to deal with what was said in the video, or are we just going to bash somebody because we don't like their appearance or we don't like what they say? The things that I said in the
We
video,
can
like
do
I said, I
both
stand.
because I was really resonating with what you said. But you know what? But you said that the black women, so your sisters, cousins, the black women in your life, you said like this video and they're in agreement with it. What more can I say to you? Because you're around a bunch of women who agree with you coming onto the internet talking about fuck modern women. You think that I can bring my ass up here on this computer and talk about fuck men and all? You think that me and my family, my
You can
father,
do
my
what you
brother, the
like.
men inside, you think that they would be proud of me? No, I represent my family when I come out
But you said
here.
you pity men, though, Tony. You said you pity men.
I do,
You
and I
said you
say that,
pity them.
and it's unfortunate that I feel that way. It's sad. I didn't come to this
Right,
conclusion
but the thing
lightly.
is, I mean, there's not much. I mean, there's not much difference in like you know what you pity? You pity people who are poor. You pity people who are homeless. You pity people like pity. For you to pity me, I don't want no one's pity. But you're telling me you pity men as if I'm less
I
than you.
listen.
No, no, thank you, my
I'm
dear. I
sorry,
don't
but
need your pity. I
moralistically,
don't.
men are lesser than women. Unfortunately, it's sad. I don't listen. I don't want it to be this way. I don't want it to be this way. I don't want it to be
Woo.
what those Marlboros get into you, son.
Oh gosh.
I don't want it to be this
Oh
way.
gosh.
What are you smoking
That's fun.
out there in the UK? You doing Marlboros,
I,
Camels?
don't-
What are you
I,
smoking?
I actually don't smoke. I actually don't smoke. Um, but I don't know. I did. When you were saying that about my lips, he must
Oh,
smoke. I'm like, I actually don't smoke. I don't know
I
what this
can't
woman is
believe
actually
you.
talking about.
Oh my God.
Huh?
Listen, honey,
Huh?
you know what? I'm going to tell you something, right?
It's probably time
When
to go now, though. I've probably taken up too much of your time.
when I first reviewed your first video and I took a look at the way that you navigated online, I had some respect for you. I did. I said, this man is intelligent. I said, you know what? I may not, and then I told you that I know someone who knows you in real life, and they were like, do a collab with him. And I was like, yeah, you know what? This man is intelligent. Did you block me on Instagram, by the way?
No, they disabled one of my Instagram accounts because I spoke about the transgender issue, and they disabled my account. So I have a
Oh,
new one
did
now.
they? Okay. So nonetheless, I said, this man is intelligent. I had respect for you. You were in my purview. I was like, you know what? If the opportunity ever came up, I may do but after this, seeing this, and then the thing is, you never
That's
really
okay.
answered your mother and your sisters. How do they feel about this type of content coming out with your
My
face?
mother's not a modern day woman. My mother is not a modern day woman.
So your mother is okay with you coming on the internet talking about fuck women?
I'm a grown ass man. I don't live for
I
my mother. I
asked
live for
you a
myself.
question. Is your mother all right with it?
My mother's fine with anything I do.
Oh, well, what can I say to a grown man who's black, a black man whose women in his life support him coming out, speaking
No,
abusive
oh no,
language towards women, huh?
I
What can I
no, I
say?
never said they supported it. Please don't
Oh,
misrepresent. I
When,
never
was when I asked you a direct
supported it.
question, you didn't give me a direct answer. If you would have answered
I did.
directly,
I said they're fine with anything that I do. And they never said they support it. There's a difference
oh,
in supporting something and being fine with there are probably people in your family that are just fine with what you do. They may not necessarily support it. Support is a very interesting word. So let's just
I'm talking
let's not
about the person whose spermatozoa or egg came together to bring me into this world or you into this world. I'm not talking about distant members we don't speak to. I'm talking about your mother, your sisters, and people like that,
I
black
don't
women
live
who are
for my
closest
mother.
to you. I'm
I
not even
don't live for
talking,
my
I'm talking about the caliber of a man. If a man puts content out that is abusive or verbally abusive towards women and his mother is okay with it, what can I, as a woman on the outside, say to that man? Honestly, what can I say? What can I
There are certain,
possibly
there
say?
are certain types of women though, but there are certain types of women. You I was very
That's what
specific
I'm
in
saying. This is what I'm agreeing
I
with
was actually
you.
very specific. I was actually very
I'm
specific.
agreeing
You
with you. I am saying the type of women who support that content, and if you are happy with those types of women and you all are just reveling around like happy pigs in mud, then fine. Who am I? I'm on the outside. I'm talking to my
Uh,
base.
yes, I think you're speaking womanese right now. You're not even making any sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't,
gonna
so you
I'm
don't,
gonna leave you and your fans to it. You enjoy your evening. Well, it's evening over here. It's like 10:39. You enjoy your day. Thank you for for reviewing my content, and you guys have a good day.
yeah, thank you so much. I mean, what did I say that was off base? I mean, honestly speaking, if a man's mother is okay with him coming out on the internet representing their family brand in this way, what can I, as a woman on the outside, possibly have to say that has any impact in that realm over there? There's lots of different types of women out there. Oh, my Lord.